Hello, thanks for joining WIFR here on our FastCast. Turning to our top story here today, a former DeKalb County executive who served in various leadership roles for 4 decades faces several charges. According to Shaw Local, 70-year-old Gary Hansen is accused of illegally destroying and hiding emails while serving his various positions. The crime allegedly took place between October 2019 to February 2022. Hansen worked several roles, including treasurer of the DeKalb County Public Building Commission and administrator from 2012 to 2020. A judge is expected to review this case, and Hansen is scheduled to appear in court October 14th. He could face up to 3 years in prison if convicted. 37-year-old Wesley Smith will spend more than 6 years in prison for illegally having a gun. Smith pled guilty earlier this year for possession of a firearm by a previously convicted felon. Smith admitted in a plea agreement that in May 2024, he had a loaded gun in a Rockford home. A search warrant in a home in Janesville leads to the arrest of 33-year-old Daniel Cordova. He's accused of firing a gunshot inside of a vehicle Monday morning. Police say they spoke to a woman in the 1600 block of Milton Avenue and told them she was in a domestic-related argument with Cordova. And investigators believe that he fired the gun while 2 kids were in the vehicle. No one was hurt, and witnesses say Cordova left the area, and he was later arrested in Delavan. A Rockford family starts a GoFundMe for 28-year-old Nate Rico, who they say died in a shooting Friday night in the 1200 block of Milford Avenue in Rockford. Funds will go toward his funeral, burial costs, and support for his family. Rico's accused killer, Cameron Lemon, is charged in his death, and WIFR reporter Nathaniel Langley sits down with Rico's mother, who says the community lost a beloved father, and we have a link to the GoFundMe on our website and on our WIFR News app. The Illinois State Board of Education asks educators and community partners to participate in a series of listening sessions that discuss the state's comprehensive numeracy plan. Now, this plan will provide guidance that supports educators, schools, and districts to advance student success in math. The plan is expected to be presented to the ISBE board for approval by June 2026. And the 2024 Illinois report card shows strong growth in math, but proficiency rates did not return to pre-pandemic levels. The listening sessions will begin October 16th and will make a stop at Rockford Public Schools 205's Administration Building October 23rd. And it's our first full day of fall today. Let's take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast out there. So as you can see right now, we've got a high of 77 degrees. So it doesn't look like we're going to be having those return of those fall temperatures here anytime soon. Taking a look as we continue on throughout the rest of this afternoon, you can see we have a high of 78 degrees, both at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, and that looks like that's going to be our peak today. You can see after that, we're going to be decreasing our temperature, 75 during the 4 o'clock hour and 74 during the 5 o'clock, and then that's when things are going to start dropping off into the low 70s and high 60s. You can see as we reach the 7 and 8 o'clock hours, that's when we're really reaching that threshold, and then it looks like as we continue on throughout the overnight hours, things are going to be continuing into those low 60s, high 50 degree territory. And something else that we're going to want you to know as well as we head into the rest of today and tomorrow is the possibility for those rain chances. So definitely never a bad idea to download our WIFR First Alert Weather app so we can get those updates out to you at a moment's notice right at your fingertips, whether that be about the rain, whether that be about storm chances, or even if it's just the return of those fall-like temperatures. You just got to make sure you grab an extra jacket before you head out the door. Now, those stories will be coming up in our shows this afternoon and this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Of course, to get the latest news both in the state line and across the country, you can head to our website at WIFR.com. And of course, like I mentioned with our WIFR First Alert Weather app, you can also download our WIFR News app. And of course, like I just had said, that WIFR First Alert Weather app, never a bad idea to download that so we can get that information out to you at a moment's notice just as they come across our meteorologist radars. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you coming up here shortly for WIFR News First at 4.